Hey traders, John Howell here. We have been looking at gold in this video, plus also silver. We're also looking at the mining stocks as well too on the short-term basis. Also be looking at the Dow Jones, the S&P, those indices, because we're still getting the gold is still holding that double bottom, so we may be getting ready for a nice short-term rise out of gold. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, before I do start, I've actually put up a training walking you through my #1 trading pattern, that when this pattern appears in the markets, we generally have a high probability of having an explosive move. Not just a small move, but an explosive move. I'll walk you through what the pattern is, how the setup is formed, and also I'll walk you through many examples that I've taken even over the last 12 months of different trades I've taken from a short-term basis and a long-term basis. So if you're interested in that, guys, very first thing in the description, or go to John's, Johns, free training, johnsfreetraining.com, and you'll be able to see exactly what that pattern is, so you can start to use it in your training today. johnsfreetraining.com. Looking at gold, we can see that the market has had a move from above right now around 1960. We started the stair step down, and boom, we hit the floor around 1680, rallied up to around the 1755 level, then rallied back, had a big drop down, and boom, found support right at that 1680 again, and now we're rallying back up, and we're still holding this double bottom. So we had a very nice update today. So it looks like the double bottom is completing, and it looks like gold wants to actually have a start of a move to the upside. So it does look like that this double bottom is actually holding. So I would say that gold is now looks like gold on a short-term basis. Anyway, guys, this is a short-term view. This is not what's going to happen, next month. This was probably like it happen over the next few days. Is gold looks like it's probably ready to start to have a move back to the upside around 1820. We have the double bottom here, and on top of all of this double bottom pattern when it comes to gold, if I bring up my good old weekly chart, so this is the weekly chart here, and if I open up my charts just a little bit more, actually, I probably can do that on the daily charts, can't I? Let's go back to the daily chart. This is daily chart now. Nope, just go back to the weekly chart, and this is the weekly chart we're looking at, and we can see that we have a support level here. We had the bounce level over here. The rally market ran up, came all the way down, and now we're creating this double bottom formation right at this long-term level of support. So very, very interesting. If I go back to my daily charts once again, this is the daily charts here, and you can see how we had one bottom here, rallied up, hit resistance, came down, second bottom, and now we're holding where we are right now. So it looks like we may be getting ready to have a move to the upside, and sort of the major resistance level is definitely down there. I wonder if there's actually a bit of a channel that could be forming through here as well too. And oh my goodness, look at that, guys. Isn't that just incredible? Even if I just move that from there to there, which that's the actual sort of the angle. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So came down, hit support, came down, hit support, came down, hit support. X marks the spot on this channel that we're in, and now we're bouncing up with this double bottom formation. Short term, these guys, short term. So it does look like that we could start to see a nice little small rise up to the markets. Now that, guys, that doesn't mean every single day, because when people hear me say that, they think, oh, it's going to do this straight away. Now it may do that, or there may be, or it may do this, or it may do this, and then hold for a bit, and then rally, and then do that, and then eventually get to there, right? So that's how we never. I'm confident in seeing the market get up to here, but I don't know how it's going to work out. Heck, we could do this. You know what I mean? We could have a pullback tomorrow and then a rally back up. We just never, ever, ever know. Move over now through to silver. And silver's in this downward trend still in this downward trend. So silver's the weaker one out of the whole lot, which is interesting, because before gold was like, oh, gold's in the bearish market, and silver's actually holding strong. But now silver, interesting. Silver's actually holding. Silver's still in this sort of high, lower high. There could be some sort of lower high here soon again with silver. So it's really interesting. Once again, guys, we need for silver to start to get back into some sort of possible upward trend again, it needs to be below here. Because remember, in a downward trend, we have lower highs and lower highs. lower high here, lower high here, lower high here. So as long as we keep making lower highs, we're going to be in the downward trend. If we rally back up towards past one high, we're not making lower highs anymore. So therefore, we are no longer in a downward trend. So therefore, we could start to see possibly something like that. So we want to see silver really get back above 26.50 for the trend to change in the markets. Move over now through to the GDXJ, getting a very nice rise. Look at the GDXJ. Oh my goodness, we're getting a bit of a double top. This is interesting. We had a high, lower high. Let's go to here. All right, we have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Look what's happening here right now. Very, very interesting. Had a bit of a breakdown below here, and now we're rallying back up. So there may be, just maybe, there might be some sort of a trend reversal starting to come into play. Now, long term, guys, I'll do a video on long term, but long term, I'm very, very bullish GDXJ. But over the next sort of couple of days, we're actually hitting a bit of resistance here. So we may be getting ready for a bit of a trend change here on the GDXJ. Maybe I'm out through to the GDX and look at the GDX. Oh my goodness, the GDX is actually starting to gain some strength. We have this major high low and we're just starting to slightly break above this previous high here. Very, very, very interesting. We're starting to change potentially the tune in the markets. We have a high, high, lower high, lower high, equal high, low. Look what happened here. Higher low, now we're breaking up. So higher low breaking past previous highs. This is an uptrend. An uptrend. There we go. That's uptrend, right? So this could be now the start of that nice upward trend we see in the GDX. We're starting to find a bit of a floor support here, and it's really interesting because I know for the last month people are getting really, really sick of gold miners, so therefore they are backing out on miners and going to crypto. That actually makes me happy because I'm actually in the miners, by the way, guys. Miners and metals. Move over now through to SIL. And SIL on the short term, guys, this is sort of a double bottom. We're racing up towards a bit of a potential. There's sort of the line in the sand is this sort of top here. We're actually getting close to a bit of a double top. So we're in a bit of a channel here on the SILJ. And the SIL, we are looking at this here. We can see a high, lower, low. So again, the line in the sand for me is around about this sort of 44 level. If we can get back above the 44 level, then we're potentially starting to change the tune of this entire market, and we may be starting to see some sort of a downward trend starting to be broken. So I do see that this is probably happening right now, where it is right now. So we could possibly start to see a bit of a rise out of this level here. And the interesting thing about SIL is actually held, if you look at this from a much more larger perspective, look at this here. SIL has actually held this really, really, really strongly. So we're getting a lot of support coming into these miners and the metals. So very, very interesting, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is the bottom now before that rally that we've been waiting for quite some time, including this guy speaking to you right now? Or is this a bit of a fake out and away we go to the downside? Move over now through the Dow Jones. Just a quick little update on the Dow Jones, guys. We can see that the market did come down, bounced off my long-term support level. A bit of a nothing day today, but we are still slowly grinding up. So the trend is your friend until the end, and same for the S&P 500. S&P 500 is starting to move to the upside. Yesterday, I did a video based on the cycles of where we are right now. So if you haven't seen that, go see that. It's the video just before this. If you're watching this after today, after doing this recording, then I'm not sure exactly how you can find it, but you'll be able to see it in one of the trading and education playlists on my YouTube channel. But we can see here we're starting to really ramp up through here when it comes to the S&P. And once again, I believe this is the starting of that melting up phase. Very big overall bull market continuing. And as you guys know, I did a video this day right here saying, looks like we're going to get the reversal soon. It looks like we're about to start to get another reversal to the upside, or a reversal meaning like a reversal to the upside. Had a pullback and then a continuation to the upside. And same for the Nasdaq. Nasdaq again, we had this higher low here. We had this high, now we're breaking out. So it looks like the Nasdaq is gaining a lot of strength out of this here. So I'm expecting a lot more upside, guys, overall in the markets itself. I hope this helped you out today, guys. Once again, make sure you head on down to Johns, Johns, freetraining.com. And on that free training, I'm going to walk you through my number one trading pattern. It's actually a free training. I'm going to walk you through the whole details. I'm not going to hold anything back. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what the pattern is and how I trade that pattern and why it's my number one trading pattern that produces high probability. It produces an explosive move. So if you're looking for really high probability trading pattern that can produce 5, sometimes even 10 reward to 1 risk, sometimes even more, then you can absolutely love this. Because I'm going to share the pattern with you. I'm going to share with you all the trades I've done just even in the last 12 months or so. And you're going to absolutely love it. Make sure you leave a comment below, guys. Subscribe. All that down home comes to goodness. And I will see you in the next video.